It was January, in the year 1149 of the Lonzheim calendar.
Prime Minister?
The king!
Shuenzite, Prime Minister of Lonzheim, launched a rebellion, killing Queen Ibreen and usurping the throne.
Your Highness, we must hurry.
Princess Rizafilda, who was 15 years old, had been held prisoner within the palace for a time, but made a miraculous escape. And, in order to resist Shuenzite, enlisted the aid of Count Alex, an influential noble. 1 year later... The northern forces, comprised of Lonzheim army troops and led by Shuenzite, clashed with the southern forces, formed by Count Alex and the lords of neighboring cities. This was the beginning of what would later be called the Lonzheim Civil War.
You must not allow her to be killed.
Princess Rizafilda!
Even now, after 2 years have passed, the shadow of war looms like a dark cloud covering the entire kingdom of Lonzheim.
Back then, I was just a kid who didn't know anything. Who I was, where I came from. I had amnesia, and floated through a dull, uneventful life on this island.
You can keep on hauling her up.
Okay, pull!
Thanks a lot. Why am I not surprised? Would you get up from there already? I said get up! Can't you see that everybody else is working?
Hey, cut it out! Look, I was up really late working yesterday, so cut me some slack.
Slack, huh? Go ahead and rest if you want.
Really?
Yeah, rest in peace.
Wait a minute!
Hey! Juto fell! Is he alive? Hurry! Pull it up!
Maybe I just wanted to turn a blind eye to reality. What are you doing? Are you trying to kill me?
You brought it on yourself. This is no time to be napping. The village is in danger.
You mean that talk about the Northern forces attacking again? You and the island guards drove them off last time, remember? What's the big deal?
The Southern forces were helping us then. We were lucky, that's all. If the Northern forces decided to go all out, this island wouldn't stand a chance.
Yeah, but the Southern forces are on the island, right? They'll back us up again.
The reason the Southern forces are here isn't so they can save our hides. I bet the real reason they're here is to get their hands on the Guardian.
Guardian? What's that? Is it that big a deal?
Don't you remember? The Guardian is a living weapon created by the hero Strauss in the Great War 1,000 years ago. The Northern forces created monster weapons called Sentinels based on it. Apparently, Sentinels are massacring lots of Southern Force soldiers as we speak. The Southern forces are helpless in the face of those powerful monster weapons. It's a one-sided slaughter. That's why they're interested in the Guardian.
So the Southern forces want to fight the Sentinels with the Guardian?
I think what they're after is to figure out how the Sentinels are constructed. The Northern forces won't let them do that. Since the Guardian's been found on this island, there's no telling when it'll become a battlefield. That's why it's vital to keep a constant lookout on the shoreline. Now that we're clear on that, I want you to go to the observatory and see if Northern Forces ships are coming.
Jeez, how come I'm always your errand boy?
It's punishment for slacking off. You don't have anything better to do.
No sign of the Northern forces anywhere. It's all very quiet, same as always.
So, you're slacking off again?
I was looking at Lestrada, that's all.
Do you know what Lestrada is?
So... it was also built by the hero Strauss, right?
And what else?
Just because someone loses his memory, it doesn't make him an idiot. Strauss is the hero who saved the world, right? Even I know that.
Goodness, I'm so happy that you managed to learn that much. In that case, do you also remember how Lestrada floats in the air? I think I taught you that before, too.
Well...
Why do I even bother trying? Lystrata is the aerial battleship used by the hero Strauss in the Great War that engulfed the entire world 1,000 years ago. After the war, Lonzheim was in ruins, and its people were hard-pressed just to survive. And so, to prevent the fall of Lonzheim, Strauss borrowed Lystrata's capabilities. To save the world, he released his immense power through Lystrata as it flew, sending it into the earth below, sacrificing himself in the process. Thanks to him, the land overflowed with bounty, becoming far more fertile than before, so much so that the earth doesn't even need to be tilled. Wizardry became more potent, and there was a sharp rise in the number of people able to use it. Anyway, there's a lot more to the story. But it's entirely thanks to Lystrata that the people of Lonzheim are able to live here as well as they do.
I guess that's why the villagers sometimes offer up prayers to it.
That's right. We'll have a review of all this next week, so make sure you have everything memorized.
What? Oh man, I didn't even catch all of it!
If you have any trouble, ask the villagers. This stuff is common knowledge.
Eh.
Maybe I should give you your next errand.
Another one?
Well, of course. Come to the lift at the south of the village. I'll be waiting.
Juto?
What's up?
Could you do me a favor?
Yeah?
Could you open this lapper's shell for me? You see, I need a pearl.
Ah, it's no trouble at all. Hey, are you gonna make something with the pearl?
Yes. Papa is off at war. I'm making a lucky charm so that he'll come home soon. A kick from you will be plenty to break a lapper shell. Just get close to the lapper shell, and then press the A button.
Got it. Leave it to me.
Thank you so much, Juto.
I hope your dad comes home safe and sound.
To repay you, here's something useful. The column you see over there is the pillar. The pillar is really smart, and you lost your memories, right? You should save them at the pillar so that you don't lose them again, okay? To use the pillar, press the A button. Oh, and the pillar can
Wow, talk about handy. All right, you have your pearl now, so head back to the village.
Okay, bye!
Make this lesson quick, all right? I just want to get it over with and then go back to the village and relax for a while.
Relaxing is all you think about. All right, today I'm going to explain combat to you. First, to attack, pull the left trigger to enter combat mode.
Combat mode?
You forgot already? Combat mode is when you have a weapon out and raised. All right, pull the left trigger and enter combat mode. Next, I'll explain movement mode.
Movement mode is the opposite of combat mode, so it means that your weapons are lowered, right?
Right. In movement mode, if you use the A button, you can do... The things you can do with the A button are displayed in the lower right of the screen while you're moving around the field, so... Understand the difference between movement and combat modes?
Yeah.
Let's continue the explanation of... If you press the A button in combat mode,
What are standard attacks again?
it means to attack an enemy using ordinary technique. By pressing the A button multiple times, you can do a series of standard attacks. Also, if you attack an enemy from behind, you can perform more powerful attacks than usual. Use standard attacks when you're close to an enemy. Try attacking an enemy with standard attacks now.
Hut!
Good. Next, I'll show you how to dash toward an enemy. In combat mode, you always have your weapon out and raised. That said, it's risky to move up to an enemy in movement mode and then switch to combat mode to raise your weapon after you get close. And so, you must learn how to quickly close the gap between you and your enemy with your weapon still at the ready. This is called a dash.
Wow, that sounds great. How do you do that?
When you're at a distance from your target, try pressing the left stick button.
Sure, I'll try.
Good job! Earlier I taught you a technique that uses your legs. Do you remember?
Oh, you mean skyward hammer?
Yeah, if you use that skill, you can send your enemies flying quite a distance. It's really effective when you're surrounded by multiple enemies, so I taught it to you exactly because you can't use a real sword.
I know.
To use skills, you need con. As you attack enemies with standard attacks, strength con builds up within your body. Then, when you've built up enough con to activate a skill, press the X button. Okay, build up your strength con and use skyward hammer.
Let's go! Hut! 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 Not done! Not done yet.
I'll teach you about signature techniques next.
I know about signature techniques. The techniques you use when certain conditions are met, right? I have a signature technique called counter that completely destroys an enemy's weapon, right?
Right. When you can use a signature technique, a sign telling you to press the B button will be displayed in the middle of the screen. If you press the B button quickly when it does, your signature technique will initiate. It's easy to initiate counter when you've dodged an enemy's attack. The conditions to initiate a signature technique will be different depending on the weapon you're using. Now try to use a signature technique once.
Nicely done! Yes!
Well done! Next, I'll explain stamina to you. When you're in combat mode, you expend stamina when you use things like standard attacks and skills. And when you expend more than a certain level of stamina, you enter into a state that's called overdrive. Your attack power goes up when you're in overdrive, so the damage you deal to enemies increases. All right, use standard attacks and skills and try to go into overdrive.
I gotta do this! I like how I get stronger when I'm in overdrive, but afterwards, I can hardly move.
Now, overdrive has both an upside and a downside. If you stop moving while in overdrive, you enter a state called overheat, and you won't be able to do anything for a set period of time. When you go into overdrive, just continue attacking if you... But as things stand, you can use 3 standard attacks in a row right now. In any case, you'll overheat immediately. So go into overdrive, and when you charge in, perform a barrage of standard attacks and skills.
But I'll be way too exhausted to do anything, won't I?
True. When there are enemies left standing, it's dangerous to go into overheat. When enemy numbers are few, using overdrive when their defenses are down is effective. You should judge very carefully whenever you use overdrive in battle. Additionally, when you're fighting alongside friends, even more powerful drive states can be chained together.
Yeah? How do I do that?
I'll teach you once you're able to fight more reliably. This you can't do alone.
Sure, I understand.
Moving on, I'll teach you how to change targets next. To switch targets during a battle, you can change the targeting cursor by pressing right bumper or left bumper. Press right bumper and left bumper simultaneously, and the cursor will automatically lock onto the closest enemy. All right, that's enough for today. I have something to take care of at Winsong Caverns, so I'll go on ahead.
Isn't that place under Southern Forces control right now? Why?
The people of the village are nervous. I thought I'd go there to ask them to hurry up and collect the Guardian. See you later.
Sure.
Once you're done purging the area, you should report to Bilter. I think Bilter is fixing the barricade on this shoreline.
Yeah. I should still be able to fight with this. Hut! 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 Let's go! I should still be able to fight with this. Huh?
Juto, are you slacking off again?
Nope, not at all. Today I did every last thing that Melissa told me to do.
Melissa, huh? She's a fine-looking gal. She's spunky and has her act together, too. If I was 10 years younger, I'd snatch her up myself.
You'd regret it later. Trust me on this.
Good one, Juto. Come to think of it, how's the memory? Anything shaken loose?
Nothing at all.
But you've been looking a whole lot healthier lately. The name Juto fits you perfectly.
But isn't Juto the name of a kind of weed?
It's a grass that's chock full of vitality. Melissa sure has a knack for naming things. It's her way of saying, get your memory back soon and become as tough as a weed.
Tough as a weed seems kind of lame if you ask me. I bet my real name is a lot more normal.
But you can't remember what it is. Show her some gratitude for giving you a name and teaching you how to use a wooden sword.
Now that you mention it, how come you can't use a real sword, Juto? Were you in a war before you lost your memory? Or did somebody take a swing at you with one or something?
Boy, when I look at this fella, the only thing I can see him doing on a battlefield is running away.
What? You guys get your kicks making fun of me?
Come on, you know that I'm just kidding, right? You've gotten better, enough to use a wooden sword anyway. Besides, if a war happens to break out, the Southern forces will come in and help us.
I hope you're right. I knew it. I can't do it. I can't pick up a real sword no matter how hard I try. Why?
You know, you might not remember it, but I bet you fought in a war. I bet it must have been terrifying to see so many people dying. Maybe that's why you're scared of real swords, things that hurt people.
Really?
If real swords are no good, then let's start with a wooden sword.
I'm sorry. I'm just not good for anything.
Don't worry about it. You'll be able to use one properly someday. After all, weapons aren't meant to hurt others. They're meant to protect yourself.
Did I fight in the war? For some reason, I still can't bring myself to touch a real sword. Thanks to Melissa, I can use a wooden sword. But for some reason, I still can't pick up a real one to use as a weapon. I don't think it has anything to do with my past, but I want to know why I can't pick up a real sword. I just want to know what in the world happened to me.
What are you spacing out for? Are you really sulking?
I'm not a kid, you know. I was thinking about something. I'm going back. Keep up the good work, old-timers.
Oh, hey, have you heard? They say the princess is coming to the village today.
What? Really?
They say she's the leader of that counter-sentinel unit that was put together to fight those terrible sentinels. Plus, rumor has it that she's also a beauty, so everybody's in high spirits.
Impressive. I'm gonna see for myself. This guy's really big.
Your Highness!
What happened to you?
At the caverns! A Northern Forces elite unit!
Mayor, please tend to the soldier's injuries.
What is the meaning of this? Northern forces are in the Windsong Caverns?
They seem to be after the Guardian.
The Guardian? They've launched a direct attack on the caverns?
Please, don't worry. We will set out for the caverns at once. But to do so, we will need someone to come along and guide us there.
I'll go.
Juto! But wait, you're...
A while ago, Melissa said she was going to the caverns. I want to see if she's safe.
Melissa is there? Why now?
Whenever you're ready.
But Juto can still only use a wooden sword.
We have no intention of involving a civilian in a battle. We only ask that he guide us to the caverns.
Are you sure you'll be all right, Juto?
Gramps, I won't do anything crazy, so you don't need to worry.
Thank you. I'm Zephy. My real name is Rizafilda, but everyone calls me Zephy. This is Argo. He's one of the Trewa people.
I'm Juto, ma'am.
Very well then. Please show us the way to the caverns, Juto.
Juto,
Huh?
thank you for showing us the way. You can go home now.
I'd like to come too.
What?
Would it be alright if I came with you? A girl named Melissa, who's like family to me, is in there. I think she's probably still in the caverns.
I see. We will be sure to look for her.
But
A Northern Forces elite unit and powerful monsters are inside those caverns. It's too dangerous for you.
I can use a wooden sword if that's the problem.
No offense, but that isn't enough. If you can't use a real sword, you will only get in the way.
Get in the way?
Yes. So you ought to return to the village.
If things really do get dangerous, I'll turn back. So please, let me come with you.
I told you that it's dangerous.
If I die, I won't ask you to take responsibility for me. Satisfied?
Well, that's not really the issue. Very well. But I don't want you to take any undue risks, all right?
All right.
Juto, you shouldn't push yourself for me. Call me anytime.
Let's go! Another one! Nicely done! Not done! Another one! I should still be able to fight with this. All right. Another one.
Your Highness!
You're hurt.
Northern Forces soldiers went into the caverns in search of the Guardian. Our troops gave chase to them, along with the head of the island guards.
With Melissa?
I understand. We will take it from here. Please remain where you are.
Yes, princess.
Juto, things will get truly dangerous from this point. Return to your village. Don't worry, Juto. We will rescue Melissa.
I've come this far. I'm going with you!
We can't fight while protecting you at the same time. Even if we do save your friend, it will all be for nothing if something happens to you.
All right. I'll turn back. Please, take good care of Melissa.
Juto.
What was that? What's going on inside there?
Juto, it's too dangerous for you to continue.
I'm going. I'm going to see for myself.
This is no time to be stubborn.
Melissa might be in trouble. I can't go back without her.
Turn back. You promised you'd go back.
I'm going to check on her. Please don't try to stop me. Whatever happens to me, it's none of your concern, all right?
Juto, what lies ahead isn't like the world you live in. The Guardian is like nothing you've ever seen before.
I'm not afraid of your Guardian.
Very well. Just don't leave our side, no matter what. Otherwise, we will all be at risk. Not just you. Don't forget that.
Let's go! Not done! Another one! Should still go around. Another one! It's getting dangerous. Melissa!
Juto! Juto!
Time that was frozen began moving again, and I wondered what lied beyond the shell that I broke out of.
It would appear the elite unit we sent to the island was defeated. Apparently, the seal on the Guardian was broken, and there was a bit of trouble.
After I told them time and time again to exercise caution, you're saying that our men were all killed by the Guardian?
The Guardian itself was defeated.
Defeated? The Guardian? It's him. I can tell. I had believed him to be dead. How interesting. Oh, he's that attached to life, is he? How ironic. Elgar, will you see to it? He's alive. You want to see him, don't you?
As you wish.
What will you do when you see him?
I will make him reflect on his powerlessness.
Juto, how are you feeling?
I'm fine, Melissa. How are you doing?
The princess cured me with her healing wizardry. I'm pretty much fully healed.
I see.
Juto, you were out cold for 3 whole days. We were all worried about you. Why did you go with them, even though you knew the caverns weren't safe?
Melissa, you saw it too, didn't you? You saw me defeat the Guardian. I beat it, and I didn't even have a proper weapon. I beat that monster. But what happened to me in there? All that power. It's like I'm the one who's the real monster.
But Juto, if you hadn't been there, we all might have been killed.
Talk about ironic. A guy like me who couldn't use anything but a wooden sword went crazy like that.
No matter what happened in your past, you're still Juto. It makes no difference to me.
Melissa.
Nobody is weirded out by you. So don't worry about it. Why are you getting all insecure over a little thing like that? The Northern Forces might attack us. Pull yourself together. Look, I think some Northern Forces soldiers escaped during all the confusion.
Huh? What are the Southern Forces doing about it?
The princess contacted their HQ at Abazet and requested a ship to carry away the Guardian. They need to get that thing away from here as soon as possible.
You're right.
Oh, that reminds me. The princess says she wants to talk to you.
To me?
Yeah, I think she's probably at Highwind Island shore. Why don't you go see her?
Sure. Guess I'll sit and wait.
Juto? Hey, what's the matter?
What? Princess?
Are you alright? You're as pale as a ghost. I was surprised when you fought the Guardian and won. How is it that you can summon up so much power?
I really don't want to talk about it.
Juto, have I said something to hurt your feelings?
It's nothing that you said.
What is it then?
The problem is me. The power that defeated that monster. But I can only use a wooden sword. So how could I be capable of that? It's like I was the real monster back there.
Juto, I think you misunderstood my question. I wasn't criticizing you, really. I was simply jealous of the fact that you have such abilities. That's all.
Jealous?
The Southern forces are fighting against the Northern forces' sentinels. Monster weapons like that Guardian. But it's not every day that one sees a human go toe-to-toe against such a monster. That is why we need every resource that we can find. If we had power like that, I think it would lessen the losses suffered by the Southern forces.
Princess.
That is the place that my question came from. A monster? Nonsense. You saved our lives back there. I think it's a wonderful thing to have the power to protect others. Also, although it takes a different form from yours, I too have powers that are unlike normal people. That is why I can understand the anxiety you feel.
What? You do?
Unfortunately, I still cannot quite control them. Nevertheless, they have allowed me to protect that which is precious to me, and so I am content with that.
The power to protect.